Hello, my name is Rufus May. The title of my research project is How American Authors Used Religion for Positive Change. The topic of the paper is just generally exploring different themes that these authors used and different ideas they expressed in relation to negative societal institutions that were prevalent at their times of writing. A lot of these authors would appeal to religion to dismantle stuff like slavery or advocate for equal rights for women or advocate against wars that they saw as just meaningless bloodshed and violence for reasons that could be avoided through diplomacy, for example, and peace talks. I selected this topic because it really resonates with me. I think I've had all sorts of ideas about American history and who all advocated for what, but I was really surprised to see that authors who were born in certain times didn't just conform to the ideas of their time, and they instead tried to espouse rather progressive ideas in spite of the people of the time thinking the exact opposite thing. Two essential pieces of literature for my project were William Dean Howells' Editha. I think this was a perfect pick to show examples of an author who had a much different idea of what a just God would be, and a God that doesn't advocate for violence and bloodshed and meaningless, as he put it, wars. Another essential piece of literature for my project is John de Crevecoeur's Letters from an American Farmer, in which case he makes all sorts of points about the religion that the common folk are following and how they only use this to justify their enslavement of people for economic gain. And he tries to paint a picture of a God who obviously does not believe this is moral. I just think it's a great example of an author stepping outside of their time period. John de Crevecoeur was writing in the late 18th century, so slavery was very prevalent, but he instead showed the violence of it, the inhumanity of it, and he tried to appeal to religious framework to denounce it. Two important takeaways from my project. The research I've done has led me to believe that more often than not, at least in the works we were given to study, authors appeal to religion to try and affect society in a positive way, whether it be denouncing the Spanish-American War, like William Dean Howells did with his work Editha, or Phillis Wheatley's poem on the proposed emancipation of enslaved populations. She uses biblical imagery. That was her religion of choice, and she believed that it should not have been used to justify these institutions, but instead to call for the freedom of those stuck in these institutions. Another key takeaway is that even authors like William Dean Howells, who were actually agnostic and they weren't believers at all, had a worldview that saw religion as important, and that could have been used greatly for society, just if used in the right way and not used by people looking to gain off the public or looking to justify immoral positions. I hope this research project is illuminating for somebody. Throughout the research, I have learned so much about American literary history, about the use of religious symbols and themes and settings. I just hope that the information I've synthesized can be helpful to people, and that it is concise. That is all for me. I appreciate your time, and I hope you enjoy the paper.